Workpieces, a Crossout video by Dangerously Incompetent. Update 0.13 is here, bringing with it a brand new season. Thrills, spills, new equipment, new weapons, new crafting mechanics, all the excitement of a new season. Enemy of my enemy. Let's take a closer look, shall we? The first thing to note about this season is it's only 60 days long, instead of the 80 odd days we had before in previous seasons. Oh no, you're thinking, how will I complete 75 levels in only 60 days? Oh, it's impossible. Fret ye not, there's only 49 levels to achieve in those 60 days. Easily doable. In fact, the developers have reassured us that if you only do the daily challenges and the weekly challenges, which are now called main challenges, you will complete the season no trouble at all. As you can see, I've been playing a bit already today and I've completed almost all my available challenges. Ooh, I'm such a keener. And from this experience I can tell you that challenges haven't changed at all. They're much the same types of challenges, the XP you get is the same, and the 5,000 experience required to go up a level is the same. No real changes. If you haven't done a season before, I'll go into the challenges in a bit more detail. Daily challenges, they refresh every day and you complete them by gaining patches in missions and in raids. So you just play basically. The patches will mount up like MVP or backstab and all this sort of stuff. You just play and you'll complete the daily challenges. But if you're in a hurry and don't have much time to do it, do raids rather than missions, because the enemies in raids are much weaker than they are in a mission, and so you can kill more of them, you kill them faster, which means more patches faster, which means completing your daily challenges quicker. Because if you don't complete your daily challenges in a day, they're gone, they're out of here, you've lost out on that experience. Main challenges refresh every week, they're a bit more particular. It's like do so many trades in a day, use machine guns to shoot off so many parts in a day. A bit more particular, but you can not really hard to do, hard to qualify for. And they stack up. If you don't complete all the week's challenges in the week, they stay there until you have done them, and the new incoming challenges stack up. You don't get to see all of them, but they stack up, and once you've completed a current one, then the new one comes in. So long as you finish them before the season ends, then you get all the experience from them. Additional challenges are quite particular. You have to have a specific weapon and shoot off so many parts. You need to get a particular patch which has requirements of its own. So they can be a bit tricky to complete if you are a new player. So don't worry too much about them. And certainly don't hurt yourself by going, oh, I must go and buy that weapon, when you haven't got them spare money to do it and stuff like that. But what about those rewards? Because that's what a season's really all about, isn't it? All this new stuff, all new and exciting. So we've got portraits like we've had before, we get stickers like we've had before, new structural parts like we got before, new paints like we've had before, just gloss over that, coins like we've had before, all decor items, new ones like we've had before, but they're all new, new weapons and instructional items. We get new cosmetic kits like we've had before. You open it up and parameters, doesn't tell you what you get from you open it up and then you pick what you want, but you get custom kits or some coins, or you get some more coins like we've had before. Gloss over that, and there was something else I wanted to show you. Yeah, stabilizers like we've had before, and did I mention paints? Yeah, paints like we've had before, and some test range stuff like we've had before. The Polaroid, that looks fun, doesn't it? Need a battle pass to get it though. Ho hum. And there's stuff we haven't seen in seasons before. Let's start with storage expansion. You get 5 storage expansions. They cost like 300. I was crafting them and selling them for a profit, and now you've given everyone with a battle pass 5 of them. Oh, you swine. But you need a battle pass for the storage expansion. The blueprint storage, you only get 3 of them, but they're free. Anybody who gets to level 22 gets 3 blueprint storages. And they were selling for around 300. Oh, that's annoying to me. But if you need some more storage, it's probably quite nice. And then we have the new parts. We have new weapons. We have the Argument, which is the epic version of the Summator. And what else? We got the Bootstrap epic generator. It's heavy, lots of durability, not like the gas can. It explodes when you sneeze at it. I'm definitely getting myself some of them. Well, at least one of them, and then some maybe to upgrade later or sell later. Laser Destructor, which is an upgrade from legendary version of the Trigger. And the Parser, which is a legendary, well, I'm not sure what that's a legendary version of. It's a shotgun, but it's a one-shot thing, isn't it? Like the junk bows and stuff. So it's a bit legendary version of the, I can't remember what they're called. They're called something. Let's have a look. Technology tree. One-shot shotguns. There it is. Oh, it's a continuation of the Erothron. Well, I think it should be here. It's a continuation from the Fafnir, isn't it? But the Nidda was sitting there. So anyway, there's the Parser. As before in seasons past, when you unlock it, you get a pair of upgraded new parts. If you have bought a battle pass. If you haven't bought a battle pass, you get nothing at level 9. You have to wait until level 15, where everyone unlocks the blueprints for the Argument, and then you can make as many as you please, or as many as you got the ingredients for. Not that one, that one. So here is the recipes. You need a Summator, and you need a junk bow, and a pair of twin wheels, and you need these resources, and you need to have it level 15 obviously, and then you can craft as many as you please. You can also, for limited periods of time, craft upgraded versions of the new upgrades with a specific set of upgrades, which is nice. And it's also looks cheaper than a regular random upgrade, because you only need 2 of them to make the upgraded one, but you need more resources. So it works out at about the same cost as a regular random update, where you need 3 of the parts, but you get a specific set of upgrades. So if you like those upgrade set, then this is worth doing. When I said once you've unlocked the Argument blueprint, you can craft as many as you please, that's true until the end of the season. At the end of the season, the blueprint disappears. Just like that, gone. And nobody can craft arguments anymore. That's a big change. And it's both bad and good. It's bad in that you put all the effort in, you unlocked the argument, but you couldn't craft any because you didn't have the resources available, and now the season's end, but you got the resources, but you can't craft the argument because the blueprint's gone away. Oh, frustrating. That's going to be really annoying. But it's good in that it's an investment opportunity, an opportunity to make coins. Take the Bootstrap, a 3-point heavy generator, much better than the gas gen, which goes boom every time anyone sneezes at it. If you craft a load of these now, well, once you've unlocked it during the season, after the season, demand is going to carry on going, but no one can craft anymore, so the price is going to go up, uppity up. If you're sitting on a stack of these, you're going to be minted. And it's not just the new parts blueprints that are going away. Apparently, the existing parts blueprints are disappearing as well, even if you unlocked them in the previous Founders Return season and you thought you had them permanently. Apparently, they're disappearing too. Now, I'm not 100% sure about that, because the devs haven't explicitly said the blueprints you've unlocked before, they're going away. They haven't actually said that as such. If disappearing blueprints has got you all in a tizzy, don't rage quit just yet. There's another change I've got to tell you about. Remember me glossing over these earlier in this video? Well, these are workpieces, and you unlock 4 of them for each of the new parts, and you can also unlock them for existing Founders parts from previous Founders season. And if we go to storage, we'll find the ones I've unlocked already. You click on them and it's a one-shot workbench for good for one blockchain, and these last indefinitely, so they'll be available after the season ends. Everybody who unlocks them will be able to make 4 blockchains after the season ends. There are workpieces for all the new parts. So there's the argument, there's 4 of them, 4 of the Bootstrap workpieces, Destructor, and the Parser. But what about all the existing ones? Well, there's workpieces for all the legendary Founders parts that already exist, and you already have recipes and unlocked them if you played the previous Founder season. There's workpieces for all the epic Founders parts, but there aren't any workpieces for the special Founders parts. But you can find them here on the crafting workbench, but they're limited to the length of the season. So what's going to happen when after the season has finished and you fancy making yourself a big ram because you've got the workpiece, but the big ram recipe as it exists at the moment, whoops, wrong one, needs arrays, but nobody can craft any arrays because there's no workpieces for them. They were only available during the season. So that looks to be very, very painful, and I call upon Targem to explicitly say what's going to happen to all the Founders recipes that people permanently unlocked last season, especially the special parts. If these blueprints go away at the end of the season and there's no workpieces for them, there's no arrays coming into the game at all until the next time Founders return, which would be what, 2 years? Really? That looks like that's going to be very painful for a lot of people. Just to make crafting parts and selling them on the marketplace for a coin profit even more complicated, there's another thing about workpieces. Regard this collage. On the top is the Workpiece recipe for the blockchain. On the bottom is the existing Founders faction blueprint for a blockchain. And they're exactly the same. Same workbench cost, same resources cost, but the workpiece is cheaper by 1 special part. It's cheap. You don't need the dun horse for the Workpiece recipe, so it's cheaper by about 170 coins, and that's quite significant on the price of an epic, which is about 600 at the moment for the blockchain. But of course, the workpiece, you can craft it whenever. The Founders faction blueprint you can only use during the season. But the average Crossout player isn't going to save his workpiece for later after the season's ended and the blueprints have gone away. No, they're going to use the workpiece first because it's cheaper. Oh, it's going to be a headache, complete nightmare. What's all this going to do to the prices of Founders parts? Well, it's all a bit uncertain, but my gut feeling is the frenzy for new parts will drive their prices up, and of course, as ingredients they have the old parts, so their price will go up as well. But then the workpieces, being cheaper to craft, will push prices down. So I reckon that all the Founders parts are going to end up at more or less the same price as faction parts of the same rarity from all the other factions. That's during the season. After the season's ended, and nobody can craft Founders parts because they haven't got blueprints, and all the workpieces have been used up because they were cheaper. After the season ends, the Founders parts are going to increase in price, and they're going to increase and increase and increase until Founders returns again in 1 year, 2 years, or Targem changes everything all over again, because after all, we are still in beta. That's it for this video. I hope my explanations have made some sense of the new crafting mechanics for you. If not, you'll just have to read the news article announcing Enemy of My Enemy season and work it all out for yourself. So toodle pip, and I'll see you in Operation Ashen Ring for some lovely, lovely plastic.